Hey guys, and welcome to my new video on what I like to call Vaguefluencers. Now, there are a few kinds, so this will be the first of several videos on this subject. Today, I will dive into what I like to call Reposters. Now, colloquially, they'll be known as inspo pages or maybe mood boards, something in that vein. Now, I know these are not a new phenomenon, and maybe I sound like an old fogey here, but I just wanted to dissect this phenomenon. In this video, I won't be naming actual accounts that do this, as I'm not here to call out any individuals, but I will be making a point that many of the accounts do exactly the same thing, repost the same pictures and videos, and often steal from each other. What I also find to be interesting is that these accounts have a wide variation in followers, while all posting essentially the same thing. Now let's dive into the meat and potatoes of this exploration. I would say that the content found on these pages is usually in the realm of art, fashion, sports, architecture, and occasionally like philosophy or motivational content. Therein lies the vagueness, as the pages don't really bring anything else per se. Occasionally they might post something that is obscure, but if you dive deeper, you will see that several other pages have posted the same thing. Additionally, the stuff that is posted is well known within its respective field. For example, this picture here of an interesting building in Japan, I'm sure is well known in architecture circles and probably to a wider audience as well. Now, it could be said that these pages are curators and curation is a legitimate thing, bringing stuff to a different audience and showing it in its own way. But again, these pages often post the same stuff over and over again. One of the largest pages I've found on this subject, with followers in the hundreds of thousands of posts, posts the exact same images found on pages that only have a few thousand followers. So if we analyze the presentation, we can see that as far as I can tell, the admins just screenshot photos that they like and repost them. Sometimes with vague captions that don't mean anything, or with vaguely positive phrases like, "Have a great week, guys," or something of that nature. Sometimes they even call them packs, like a 3-pack, a 10-pack, a 4-pack. Often they post carousels which lack any kind of themes. Sometimes the pictures are grainy or even blurry. Again, maybe I sound like an old guy who's out of touch, but what is this offering? Why am I liking and following this page? What is the admin even adding here? Some of the greatest offenders are, for instance, this picture of a young Marc Jacobs with a hat on. I've seen this on 4 or 5 accounts. This carousel of Michael Schumacher in his prime at the Monaco Grand Prix. This video of a fancy affogato from Italy. The IKEA monkey. This picture of Tom Hardy. The Lithuanian basketball t-shirts from the '92 Olympics that the Grateful Dead paid for. Either the players wearing them themselves or this picture of Phoebe from Friends wearing the shirt. What I find hilarious too is that when I did some diving, the smaller pages often posted the content before the bigger ones did, which means that the bigger pages just took and reposted the same stuff. They didn't even find the pictures outside of the world of Instagram. The point I'm trying to make here is it seems like all these pages are reposting what they think is cool, which is maybe fine, but I can't help but feel like they're positioning themselves as the purveyors of good taste. They do not create or even discover them. They find these images and topics years and years after they have been discovered. They do not add new commentary or context, and the pages do not create their own content in any way. Now, before I sound like complete sour grapes here, I acknowledge that the pages do take work to maintain, and I strongly believe that in this world, if you do something rather than talk about it, you do deserve credit. But at the same time, I find the lack of depth here to be mind-numbing. I would rather someone create something new, or as new as we can be in a postmodern society, rather than just repost things that seem vaguely cool. Like seriously, even if they found pictures that were lesser known, or had pages that were more focused on a particular subject, I would have more respect for them. I would understand it more, as I follow those type of pages and enjoy them. The admins of these pages are just reposting what they think is cool or what someone told them was cool, rather than finding something new or attempting to stand out from the crowd. I think everyone knows these pages. I'm being dead serious. The incestuous nature of them is shocking. The examples I gave above are only a few of the hundreds or maybe even thousands of shared images between them.